Pops him.
Yes.
There is a scone in here.
There's a scone in there. Happy King County Fair Day.
Well, it's going to make too much noise if I try to eat it.
I don't care about that. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Garage Night. We got just guys sitting around drinking brewskis, getting down, talking to their friends, calling people on their phone, hanging up on girls that they like just because they're scared to talk to them. That's not us, though. That's not us. What we do.
Never scared.
We never scared. We just talk about dumb stuff. And it's usually me just saying the stupidest stuff ever. And then Craig and Corey always sounding incredibly smart on it.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the truth. I realize when I listen to these things, I realize, man, I share way too much. And then Craig and Corey are like, yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I passed the bar today. And not like the local tavern. All right, so.
The survey bar.
That voice. Should we go in opposite order, or should we always go with Craig first?
Craig's always got to go first.
Craig's got to go first. We got order in this business. Yeah. Garage Night, brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, Mazatlan, Bordeaux Wine Bar. Craig Bentley on the mic.
My name is Sicka Sicka Craig Bentley.
Okay.
And that makes me want to stick 9-inch ales through each one of my eyelids.
We don't know. Just so you guys know, that was Corey coming off the cuff of that. We don't plan these intros. Craig did plan that, though. We got Corey.
It gets worse.
We got Corey Bentley on the mic.
Oh, hello there.
We had super hardcore gangster, and then we had
It's just me.
Nerd kid in the library.
Yeah. I'm just here.
And we got Travis Kenny as well from Full Body Cast, Your Dreams, wherever else you've seen me. Guys. Nightmares. Only one person reached out to me about the episode last week about a story of being caught or catching someone. So I want more of those stories coming in. Granted, we gave you guys 8 hours to get it into us.
It did just come out this morning.
But I left my phone in the house. I'd never leave my phone off me. But it was Holly Graff. Holly Graff said that back in the day, she was at a house party, walked in to a female on top of another male. Well, not another male, but a male. Female on top of a male. Girl on top of a guy. Keeping this as PG as I possibly can because Desi's got this she's listed it with her kids. Girl on top of a guy, and she froze.
Just stared?
Just stared for a moment. What's going on? Wait, what's going on? And she said that the guy's sack is still burned into her memory. That's what she was just looking at, was a sack. Now I think she was like, oh, it's the first thing I saw. But the follow-up question to this for you guys, too, if you were to walk in on anyone that you're not related to, that you don't even know, well, you kind of know. Maybe you kind of know them, but it's not going to... She directly looked at something. It wasn't that guy's sideburns were stuck, burned into her.
I hope she knows who it is and still runs into him every once in a while.
Directly at it. She played it off oh, that's the only thing I saw. If you're looking, no matter what, you have to look past some feet or some toes or you got to look past some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Unless those things are just out and about. Depends. If he was in a pretzel, maybe I'll give it to her that's the first thing she sees. But you gotta kind of dig in there with the eyeballs to see someone's sack.
She was looking at what was moving.
Oh,
She might have been checking out size.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if she was on top, you weren't going to see size.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Kind of depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway.
That's just the sack guy from now on whenever she sees him out and about.
That's a Sackman. But yeah, so she told me the guy's name, but I'm not going to reveal it on the air.
But it's somebody that's still around here.
Someone from Enumclaw, yeah.
Perfect.
Named Corey Bentley.
No.
But,
I wasn't at that many house parties, so it couldn't have been.
And the ones I were at, I definitely was not having sex.
That is correct.
But yeah, so if you guys walk in, are you guys eyes the ceiling, eyes the floor, or doing what she's doing and looking to see what you can see.
I'm looking to see if socks are on or not.
Okay.
That's interesting. I think it would depend on how much.
We got a sack man and a sock man.
Wait, if they were on, would you say something? You're like, hey, you two, socks off.
Yeah. Hey, whoa. You got holes in those puppies. You wore those here? You deliberately took your shoes off?
I think it would depend on how much I had to drink at that point. Whether I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing in there? What's going on?
But would you go mess? Would you go mess with them, like smack them on a butt and ran out, or would you just like?
I don't know if I would have to drink a lot to do that, but where I looked would depend on how much I had to drink. If I hadn't had anything to drink, I'd probably just like quickly be like, oh god, and shoulder my way out of it, turn around.
Just would you make it as an audible noise? Oh!
I'll be like, ooh,
whoa, sorry,
they're busy in here. Don't open this door.
And, yeah, everybody. You got to tell everybody, don't come in and look.
Hey guys,
they're banging in the here.
there's
Don't
stuff
come in.
going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I were a man who would look.
Which you are because you follow people in the bathroom.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
We already know
if
that
I
you're a
had my
looker.
secret ability of being invisible, I would. Yeah, I'd see what I could see.
Yeah.
And for like a moment, like I wouldn't just stand there, but I'd be like, oh, I'd mostly be looking for faces though. I'd probably like, who is that? That's what I would be looking at. Who the heck is that? And then,
So you get the face burned into your memory instead of everything else?
yeah, what if I just saw just some O face that's just like for the rest of my life? Like I can't, like every time I close my eyes, even when I'm making love to my own spouse, like I see that face. And
it's somebody that you know.
And it's someone that I know.
with.
Just completely like a full. If you've ever want to be grossed out by someone or see their O face, watch someone yawn. Like if they don't cover their face and they just go full fledged just face like they close their eye like that, like you get some nasty yawn faces. But and I think if you could distort those just a bit, probably the same thing as an O face.
Distort and freeze it, and then that's in your memory forever.
And then you're making love to your spouse.
And you see Travis with his yawn and frozen.
I got enough things that go through my mind that I have to kind of fight through.
Add one more to the list.
Add one more to the list. Someone's yawn O face. Sometimes for me, it's like I'm a guy that's always like if I'm working, I'm thinking of what I'm doing after work. If I'm eating, I'm thinking of what dessert is. If I'm walking, it's like, well, I'm not walking often, but I'm always looking to the next thing. We've talked about this. And that happens when you make love. And for me, at least, where I'm just like, I'm either thinking about the next move or I'm thinking about like, do I want ice cream later? Or do I want to play, what video game do I want to play? Or what's going on tomorrow? So I kind of start to, if I got someone's face that I've seen back when I was like in college and walked in on, I'm going to be fighting that thing the rest of my life.
Well, I think the ice cream thing should solve itself because the answer is just yes.
Oh.
So then that just goes away and then just be in the moment after that. Yes to ice cream, now I'm back.
No, because then I'm going to be going like, is it cookies and cream? Is it going to be cookie dough? like,
what do I got in the fridge?
do I have to, or a pudding pop?
Oh, don't bring that up during that. No, you might say that out loud.
Dude, we've started off this episode off right.
Every episode started off right.
It really has with your intros. Anyway, I almost tagged you in something today.
As opposed to what? Not tagging me and stuff?
Because it was somebody else's group. Lou Hun, I went to high school with Lou Hun. She like is part of like this Mama Java. Not Mama Sass. By the way, saw Mama Sass.
In the wild?
Mama Sass. Saw her at the King County Fair yesterday. I almost went up to get an autograph, but then I got scared.
You didn't even say hi to her?
No, I got like intimidated. Someone's got to name Mama Sasquatch. You're a little nervous.
I figured you would run up like with a high five or something right away.
I got this show. You want to come on?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We'll talk about the King County Fair in a little bit, but
Yeah,
Lou
her and
Hun.
Hog Dog together on the same episode.
Oh, gosh. Lou Hun, she's like Mama Java or something like that. Anyway, she sells some coffee, through the internet. I've ordered from her before. This is not an ad. I'm not reading an ad for her, but I did order from her. Okay?
And it's good coffee.
Type of friend that I am. Still to be determined. I like it. It's all like organic, so it's got it gives that organic taste, but a little bit of unorganic creamer clears that right up. So,
Pro tip.
shout out to Desi as well with the creamer thing. Anyways, Craig, they come up with new lines all the time. They're like, oh, it's Seattle Seahawks coffee, and then it's like, oh, if you love summer coffee, or if you love this one is where my Harry Potter fans at, and they got a whole Harry Potter line, and I almost tagged you in it.
And why didn't you?
I didn't want to ruin her group. not like you. Like tagging you would be bad, but then you'd get on there, and you'd give an eye roll, or you and then she'd probably think that you were interested, and she'd hit you up like, "Oh, sweet."
Is that on the label? Like it says that on the coffee label?
It's probably like Hogwarts jumble berry fart coffee. I don't know.
How much was it?
I don't know. They're usually like $30.
All right, that's worth it.
To get it for him?
Yeah.
All right. Corey's on it. Birthday gift for number 41.
Yeah.
One
Coffee and massage.
little over it. That's like an annual thing now.
Yeah,
Dude,
every
little
year.
Harry Potter coffee and a massage.
I'd be afraid of drinking a bunch of coffee prior to massage because then I would know for a
That
fact
is a
that
good point.
I would shit myself.
Yeah. Just so relaxed.
And then I'm naked. Just like just nothing holding it back. I saw Brandon Thorpe yesterday at the King County Fair. But by the way, King County Fair is super fun. You guys gonna go to it?
I had not planned on it.
You guys need to go.
You're trying to sell it, though.
You got to go.
What am I going to do there?
What do you want to do there?
I don't want
There's
to.
a beer garden
You gotta
there.
sell it
There's
to me.
fair food galore. You've got a bunch of exhibits. A great place to probably take a date.
You did bring me a scone.
Brought you a scone. We're gonna eat that in a second. But yeah, no. Anyway,
Did you go on rides?
went on some rides.
How was that?
I went on the merry-go-round, and my profile picture. You may think that I staged that because I did not. I swear on everything, I did not. I am on this merry-go-round with my daughter. Have you seen the profile pic yet?
I have seen it.
Have you seen? Okay, way better than the Vegas pic. Would you say?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that the burned-in image that you have in your
Yes.
head that you're gonna have to fight through?
Every time I close my eyes.
Anyway, I was going up. I was me and my daughter, 5-year-old daughter, Jacqueline. One time, that was the only ride I took with her, with anyone actually. And I get off the merry-go-round to check my face or check my phone, and there is 5 images sent to me from Nick Selland on Facebook Messenger. So I didn't ask Nick to take my picture. He just saw me enjoying my life on this merry-go-round, overlooking King County Fair, facing Enumclaw, just going, this is amazing.
You just saw a sweet moment.
He captured that moment. Yeah. And so I saved it. That's obviously new profile pic. That's a story that that's not a staged picture.
You should make a print of that to put up on the wall. That's a good picture.
It's a great picture.
Yeah.
That's the one where you'd be cats in the cradle and the silver. I'm going to be, my kid just like I think she's looking up at me. Like, as if I should be looking back at her like, I'm enjoying this moment with you too, daughter. But instead I'm like, it's the King County Fair.
Daddy? And like, nope.
No.
Fair.
Ran into Brandon Burt and Anna Burt there. Got some funny pictures. We always run into them at the King County Fair. There's one picture from like years ago where he was going on with his son Levi, who's young. And he had his hands up, and he actually like was swinging right by me, and I snapped a picture of it. He looks like just this big kid that's just bearded and just having the greatest time of his life. But I saw him, and we were talking about this because I think Eden, his kid, is like 7, and so we were talking about what parents would ever let their kids you got to be. Some of these things have like loose seat belts and they're not really fully strapped. Like, we're kind of scared. Like, you got to grab them. And so we're kind of like talking about that, and we're walking along. And unbeknownst to us, they went with their parent or their mom, and we look up, and it's just them by themselves on the merry-go-round. 7-year-old, 5-year-old on the merry-go-round together, just loose seatbelt. We're like, we were just talking about what idiot parents would let that happen. That was us. But
now's the time.
Saw Royce Duvall and Kat. That was fun to see them. Saw Corey Koopman the city council member. She didn't know who Bobby was. She was like, do you know much about Bobby? I go, I know way too much about Bobby. Not sharing any of that. I love Bobby. But she's got to make her own decisions. Not me. I can't sway anyone. Who else did I see? I saw a bunch of people. There's one person. I saw Dixon Harding. Saw a few other people there. And we came to a point where I was wore out, like probably like 10 o'clock. Yeah, like 9:30. It's about to be close. I think it would be a good Survivor challenge for parents. Because the kids are like, boom, boom, boom. And as you can't sit down, right? You can't leave the ride area. So you're aimlessly walking for like 4 or 5 hours where you're like, this is my life. This is who I am. I'm just existing, making sure my kid doesn't cut in line on people and doesn't go on something that they shouldn't. And it was exhausting and extremely boring. So I do think it should be a Survivor challenge for parents. They should have a parent Survivor. Not just like the Great Race. What's it called?
The Amazing Race?
The Amazing Race.
I don't even have kids, and I think I'd just be tired of it. 9:30,
It's
10
horrible.
Do you think your parents were tired when you used to go?
That's a great... See, it feels like we're staged some of this stuff. Kat Duvall ruined my childhood last night. Because this entire time, I thought my parents were so friggin' cool. When I was in junior high and high school, mostly junior high, 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, junior high, they bought me a bracelet and just let me just go ham on the rides. And I was, even till last night, 39 years old Travis is like, my parents were so friggin' cool at the King County Fair. They gave us me a bracelet. I'm like, that was so sweet of them. Like, they bought it for me. And then, like, for 5 hours, I just got to run around and have so much fun. And then she's like, she's like, yeah, now I know why my parents just dropped us off and walked away. And I'm like, shoot, my parents are selfish.
Their conversation was, do you want to deal with them? No, I don't want to deal with them. Just drop them off? Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the bracelet's like the $30 babysitter, man. You buy that bracelet for $30 and walk away.
There's a lot of people there. Nobody's going to want to take him. Just let him go.
Everybody's for meet him, Glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get him back somehow.
Yeah.
Did your parents ever take you anywhere and just like dump you off for the day? Was it like Wild Waves, anything like that? McFarland Park?
At that point, like I remember, like by 6th grade, I just went down to Montgomery by myself all the time. Anyway, it was right down the road. Went down there and played basketball all the time.
Yeah, I don't remember them actually just dropping us off places. I mean, I know that they took us somewhere and didn't want to be there, so they left. But I don't know if it was just because it would have been hard, or more of maybe we told them we didn't want them to be there.
I'm sorry your childhood was ruined, though.
Yeah, no.
It seems like it hurt you deep.
It cut me deep.
I mean, yeah, because our parents actually like rode rides with us and did that stuff at the King County Fair.
I mean, we did that too. Like when I was like 8 or 9.
Oh, when I was in high school, they still hung out with me.
Are you serious?
They really, I mean, they wanted to. We could tell.
Just Craig on his back. Have you seen my baseball?
They were that close. We watched old videos the other day of us going to like dances and stuff, and they were combing hair. They were just close.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like the Wonder Years? Did you feel like you were just?
It kind of looked like that, yeah.
A little bit.
Who was the one that was always like documenting the family outings and family trips with that? Was it a King 5 VCR?
Video cam.
Yeah.
It was our dad always behind the camera.
He was the
And
one.
he was always doing commentary at the same time.
It was like he was never there because you never saw him in any of the videos, but yet you heard his voice because
Yeah.
he was always the one talking.
Here's Craig getting ready for prom. Here he goes.
Wow. You're like, Dad, stop.
Yeah.
Or did you look at him with like a tear in your eye, like just like, thanks, Dad?
In the moment, I never really thought about it.
You weren't thinking of the next thing.
Yeah.
What ice cream am I gonna eat?
Yeah.
later,
I
right?
wonder what's going to happen later tonight.
It's gonna happen 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when we watch this.
I wonder when I'm on a podcast later when we talk about it.
You guys broke out those VHSs, huh?
We were going through stuff, helping them clean their garage out because they're doing like this bathroom project thing, and we found the old CDs that Craig had burned over from tapes.
Oh, how did you do that?
I had it's a VHS DVD thing that you can go from VHS to DVD.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Do you want to open up a a shop?
Well, I'll tell you this:
A little
is it
side
is it
business?
family stuff that you have?
Yeah.
I will let you borrow it and just tell you how to do it because I'm not ruining anything that's not mine.
Oh, so you don't have insurance. You're already out.
I will let you borrow it. You can do it yourself.
All right, I'm taking it.
It's actually pretty simple once you start doing it.
So do the least favorite video first, so you get used to doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
A bunch of soccer videos.
We watched one of my old soccer videos
Did
too.
you?
Scored like 8 goals.
Were their parents just screaming on the sidelines or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah,
Like
you could hear
not
everybody.
like, hey, good job. Like, you're a wing, Corey. Get over there. You're a wing.
You could hear. Well, my dad was the coach that year, and Craig was like an assistant coach, and you could hear my mom yelling at me.
This is so. Were you like in 6th grade?
Yeah, I was pretty young.
Okay.
It had to be younger than that.
It was like it still was like the PVC pipe goals.
Dude, we are a different. We should start our own family, not just podcast, but I don't know if you want to call it the Kentleys or the Bennies, but my dad coached soccer for my brother, and I assistant coach too.
We're so similar.
I wonder who the better assistant coach was.
It was probably me.
Probably Craig didn't really do that much.
I didn't do much either. As I was saying, I remember getting in the team photo and just wearing my Ricky Waters jersey, thinking backwards, just like that. Actually,
I coached the shit out of this team.
no, I did nothing. I basically just like set out cones and like maybe would demonstrate like one thing and then sit for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I probably just tried to take the ball and kick it really hard at Corey.
Yeah, he was training me up. Hey, whatever.
I'm not a goalie.
Whatever,
I don't care.
Whatever he did worked because I got picked up on another team the year after, so he coached me up well.
So you heard it. It was
You're
my doing.
Oh, I thought your dad traded you.
No, he stopped coaching because I went up to another team and he didn't want to coach anymore after that. He let me go. I scored so many goals that year.
Do you ever like? Is that what like you wake up in the morning on a Saturday and you get that crispy air feeling in the fall and you're like, man, reminds me if I had to go out there and just play soccer on the old soccer fields.
Yeah, it reminds me of anything that was sports in the morning. Even like when we used to wake up, even for softball tournaments at like 5 in the morning, you wake up and it has that smell out in the morning.
I also wake up on a Saturday morning and I see it just dumping rain.
And you're like, cartoons.
No, because you still played in that. And I was just like, that's so great. Like, I don't have to go out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's so nice.
As a parent, you still had to stand in it if your kids played
Oh,
in it
dude.
also.
Torrential downpours sometimes. Just going, my parents stood in this. I'm staying in this, watching Kane like half jog around, pretend he's Ash Ketchum or, with Pokemon or something. And and that's how he used to run. He used to run with his arms back. Like he was like, I don't know what he was, the road runner. I don't know, but that was it. And it was just like, I just watched this kid run back and forth. Did I tell you that? Have you heard that story? Have I talked about that story with you guys? Have we talked about that?
Not that I remember.
Where I got absolutely just frustrated and Jamie was there with soccer. All right, so this happened. Kane's last year in soccer before middle school hit, so 5th grade. He's been playing soccer for a few years. The dude just not an aggressive bone in his body. Ball starts coming towards him. He's the tallest dude on the field. Would run kids over, and he's just like, ball's coming at him. He's like, afraid to get hit, right? Well, Jamie hadn't seen a game that season. I had seen every game. Is there? I think that's neighbor kids playing.
I think so.
I can tell right now it's not loud.
Ocean breeze.
Door's wide open though. People can just hear these blood curdling screams.
Well, you could have
Screams.
closed it.
I could have
You were
closed it.
just right there.
But I decided against it. Anyways, so Jamie goes out there. It's like halftime.
Orange slices.
Before halftime, Kane, he's getting like maybe 5 minutes of playing time. He's slinking around. I'm pissed. He's not getting playing time. I'm pissed that when he does get playing time, he's not trying hard. And he starts halftime, I'm walking across the field to pull Kane. He's got 3 games left, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done watching this. I'm done taking him to practice. I'm done wasting my time. I'm done wasting his time. We're just going to retire early because I know he's not going to play in middle school. So Jamie, though, is like, Travis, no, stop. Like, she's like grabbing my arm. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, she knows I'm ready to go. Anyway, come back, stand at the sideline. He starts the second half. Ball. Dude is just like 5 feet. Guy just absolutely blasts it right into Kane's chest. Kane crumples to the ground. And I'm like, here it goes. Here goes the waterworks. Here goes it all. And Kane just pops up, realizes, yeah, he got hit, but he's still alive. And he was on fire after that. Aggressive city, running through kids, kicking the ball. A completely different person. He even took some shots on goal. Didn't hit anything in. Got close, but he did 2 assists. Got great kicks up to, like, this was a kid that was just like, anytime a ball got near him, it was like that magnets or that repel. You know, you kind of get a ball, it kind of goes away. Nah, man. And in the next 3 games, the guy was a dynamo. So much fun to watch. Almost made those 3 years. Just if I would have, I don't know if I would do it again, but those last that game and the last 3 or 4 games made it worth it. I was like, man, just to see your son, and you probably have this with your kid, right?
Yes.
Your kids,
Yes.
both of them.
Both of them.
Have you ever seen them just were any of them like afraid to get involved in like anything, like afraid of the ball to hit or any of that stuff?
They were on the timid side as far as being aggressive, but it's funny because you look at girls' sports, like girls' soccer. Both my kids played girls' soccer.
Super.
It
aggressive.
is ruthless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's worse than guys' soccer.
Oh yeah.
And so my older one was pretty dang good at soccer, and but she still had that little bit of timidness when it came to, you know, if you're running next to a girl, you know, kind of getting one up on them. You know, I always told the kids, I always joked around with them because I never played soccer, but I always joked around, like, if you're running with somebody and the refs on the side, just grab their short, slow them down a little bit.
That used to piss
What a
me off
creep.
so much.
What
I
a
used to
creep.
hate that.
Like that's the way I would play soccer.
That's the Ric Flair style of playing
Yes.
soccer.
But no, they were both. They had to come into their own.
Sometimes it helps getting punched in the face once to realize that you can be aggressive and that things go a different way.
That's so interesting that you say that, Corey. Keep going with that though.
No, I just take it.
Do you want him to punch you in the face?
No, not yet.
I mean, here I come.
Not yet. But that's a perfect segue. What I wanted to go a little kind of deep with Corey with.
Oh, punching people?
Almost.
Okay.
Okay. But you finish that, and then I'll jump into the if you want.
No, it switches your mind and it gets your adrenaline flowing and gets you into the rhythm of what the game is. Sometimes you need that just abrupt stop and go.
Because it kind of enters you in.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never.
There's
even
been
thought
times
about
where
that.
I've been playing basketball and I'm not feeling it, and then all of a sudden I get fouled really hard, and then I'm like, all right, shit's about to go. Like, I'm in it now.
I like that, the physical aspect, but I think you're the same way as if you get a ball stolen or you miss a shot or something to where it was your fault, and you're like, all right, time for me to nut up and just go sack up, I guess. Become the sack man.
Yeah, but you have to take it that way because that can go the opposite way too. If you're timid already,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
the ball gets taken,
You're
you
like,
can just
F this, why am I
you
even
can
out
get
here?
down. Like, you have to let that moment happen.
I don't think I've ever been the guy that's like, if I do something bad in a game, negative, get stolen from, whatever, make a bad pass, go out of bounds, I've always I've just let my team down and I need to go make up for it right now. That's how I've always been. I don't think I've ever been like, what am I even out here? Anyway, let's get kind of deep with Corey.
I'm ready.
So I'm getting tired of politics. Tired of just, I mean, it's always there. Like, you think it's going to go away. Oh, once the whole this is done, once the election's done, once the mask, once the pandemic, it's always there. It's never going away. And I think of Marshawn Lynch's one of his famous interviews about if you punch someone in the face over and over and over, and he just says over 10 times and over, people can't take that. People just cannot take that.
Yeah.
And then the guy says, well, is there a deeper meaning there? The reporter asked him. He goes, yeah. Punch a mother effer in their mouth kind of a thing, right? And so you said that, sometimes you get punched in the face and it either wakes you up, but if it's like the 45th time of you getting punched in the face, you're probably going to be like, it's hard to keep going.
Yeah, to a certain extent, but the politics thing is like, it's because it's so polarizing. I think we're obsessed with being right instead of doing the right thing. And there's so much middle ground that could be had, but people want to be right so badly that it blinds them from what that could be. Like we're all super alike if it comes down to it.
We could have a conversation, even if, for the most part, we could probably, if it's a one-on-one, non-threatening manner, I think so too.
Yeah.
But we also kind of come from a sheltered area where people don't have super, super extreme views that we probably disagree with.
I think you find that this area is more one-sided than you think.
Right.
Compared to Seattle, let's say. But I still think there's so much middle ground that's missed out upon because you get this narrow view of what your mindset is because you want to be right. And you automatically believe you're right regardless of what other ideas are out there.
That's like marriage right there, man. Like with marriage, you want to be right. And then you just bring up where they were wrong like 4 times in a row.
What good does that do?
Nothing. And if the other person and you, if you're both trying to paint the other person as the bad guy in
Somebody's
anything,
always the bad guy.
Someone's always the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that make anyone feel? More defensive?
Mm-hmm.
Like things unresolved? They've got resentment? Things are pent up? Just got deep. We just kind of got deep. Kind of deep with Corey.
Always deep.
Oh. Ish. Deep-ish with Corey.
That's true. Deep-ish.
Craig?
I don't worry about that stuff. I'm always right.
I don't know who just laughed louder, me or Carrie when she heard that.
No, she went, oh, God, I live with that.
Any Carrie update from what she's been listening to?
No.
What'd you think about the massage thing?
She knew about it already. It's
What
not
about-
like she didn't say a whole lot.
What about the last episode where we were talking about getting caught? Did she have a good story?
She didn't. I don't know if she's listened to the entire episode yet. She's listened to parts of it. I don't know if she listened
That's
to that
fine.
part.
What about the...
We need more people to send in their getting caught.
She
stories.
She did agree with the idea that Brad says stupid things, though.
Okay. Does she have anything that she could... maybe she could write those down for you.
I'll tell her to start writing
send
stuff
some
down.
in.
Send some in. Stupid things that Brad says.
I think it should be they get sent in, and then each one of us takes turns reading stuff
it.
off.
Yes.
Or we do a, this is stupid. Did Brad say it?
Oh,
Or
yeah, that's
someone
true.
else?
Oh,
Was this
that's
Brad or
really
was this whatever? Yeah.
Whoever.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's such a good episode.
We just make something up, too, and then we're like, did Brad say this? And people have to figure it out.
Speaking of having people on and being a tease, we're supposed to have one of our biggest fans, hugest Garage Night fans, guy who loves it.
The most frowny faces ever applied.
He hates
to a
he
post.
hates the post so much because he realizes it's getting shared with others. He just wants it all for himself.
Is that what it is?
That's what I think.
I 100% think that's what it is.
Yeah.
He just wants it all for himself. Wishes that just for his ears only. Because here's the thing.
He does have some personal things that we've gave him for his ears only, too.
Yeah. I mean, if are you dating again? Or are you getting out in the water at some point in your life?
I've been hanging out with people.
Oh, you're hanging out with someone. All right. So I don't know where you're at with your dating life, but
I'm keeping busy, Travis.
Okay, sounds good. So have you got a nude yet? Don't answer that. But when you get a nude, when you get a nude from someone, it's like, is it a stock photo that this person sends to like everybody? Or was this one
Like
specific?
customized?
Yeah, or was this one a stock photo? Like, I'm going to take this, I look good in it, and then as I go out on dates with other people, this is the nude that I send because
I asked for a newspaper with a date and the type of timestamp, so I know
like-
it's legit.
you're like, hey, could you coin that? only you know who's going to laugh at that the most? The coin if he listens to it. Raphael, or not Raphael Palmeiro. What's the other one?
Mario
Rivera. Yeah.
Rafael Palmeiro.
That would be awesome, though.
It's the three of them. Benito Santiago's there, too.
But is this a stock photo you just send as nudes to everybody, or is this one specifically for me? right? And I think that's where Lee's like, oh, garage night. This is so fun. I love it. Oh, it's less special because it's not just for me. It's now for everybody.
We'll have to ask him his emotions.
But we're going to have him on. I'm super excited about that. Brandon Thorpe, saw him at the King County Fair. He said, you know how bad he's going to try and troll this the entire time? So I'm looking forward to it because I feel like that group, I feel like your group has a ton of trolls. Like not just like little trolls, but like high caliber. If Lee's one of them, I think Kyle's probably another. Brandon is another. I mean, like you got some high caliber trolls in that group that if Lee's one of the top dogs, I'm interested to see how it's going to look like.
Let's give him a lot of credit.
You don't think he's one of the top trolls?
He's witty though.
He's witty.
Yeah.
Not one of the top.
Not one of the top though.
No.
Do you guys have specific questions you guys are going to ask him? You guys already figured out what the questions, like favorite episode?
Oh, I'm sure he's just going to be an overabundant to just want to share his own life story to the people that listen also.
That's cool. We're going to get the life story, behind the scenes, FBC. It's like the VH1 behind the music. It's FBC behind the podcast, behind the listener. And we're gonna just really dive deep into Lee.
Yeah, just where does this hatred come from? These frowny faces on all my posts.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Anything you guys want to add as we start to wind down the episode?
Thank you for this scone.
You're welcome. Let's take a bite real quick. We've got the Fisher scone. I waited in line for 25 minutes for these puppies.
How many did you get? Just us
No,
three?
I got the baker's dozen. I've been eating these all day. They put a ton of jam on this one.
That's good.
That was actually really good. It'd be better warm, but it's good.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed you didn't warm it up for us.
These are from the King County Fair 2 years ago.
Feel good.
Do you think I could disarm Lee by giving him a scone?
I doubt it.
He's just like, oh.
You're going to kill him with kindness?
Yeah.
No. Well, how can he be so mean when you're so kind to him?
Punch him over and over and over and over.
Yeah, hit him right in the face with kindness.
Kindness.
You got a scone for him? I think it'll work.
Hit him with one scone and another scone, just over and over.
Right when he does get here, he probably want to take a picture with all of us so we can post it on his own personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably want an autograph from you, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll sign his boobs. He'll tattoo it. He won't wash it.
That's very good.
Wait, was scones on one of our lists? Was it like you don't like?
I think it was on.
Was it on the scone that was it something you did like at the fair? I thought we did like a draft or something like that.
It was on one of the lists. I don't know. If it was on my bad list, you just turned it to a good. I don't remember. It's not an elephant ear, but
Dude, elephant ears are $10 right now.
what?
I couldn't believe that.
Just for one?
Just for one elephant ear is $10.
Wow.
I spent well over $400 at the fair yesterday. Well over. I need more Patreons.
That's like a Puyallup fair amount.
Yeah. I did. Okay, so back in the day,
You could have had so many massages for that money. What are you thinking?
that's true.
How long are you there to spend $400?
Wow.
I got 4 kids and a wife. So when you start adding in food and bracelets,
I
and
guess that's true. It's
But here's
probably
the
$100 a pop for food.
I spent probably $100
$30 allowance each. Go have fun.
in like that exhibition center where they have a bunch of the booths. I went there because I did that. Me and Alex camped back when I was like 25, 26, 27, whatever. Whenever I was selling mortgages, he was selling houses. We teamed up, split the cost, and I got balloons. I started handing out balloons for like the mortgages, trying to get mortgage people. Nobody. I mean, everyone came up. Everyone got a balloon. That was cool. But I literally got no sales out of it. And just selling one would have paid for the booth for the week. So now when I go in there, I bought a knife. I bought some freaking wine stuff. I bought like cleaner for like screens.
Is it because you didn't sell something there? You feel bad?
I feel bad for those guys. Just sweating their asses off in the exhibition center, just muggy as shit. And people walking by turn up their nose. But they had like 5 or 6 make at home jeweler things. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not buying that stuff. Sorry guys, but I have to buy one. I sport them all. It's like freaking feeding a dog. It's like, wild dogs come and then they got 5 wild dogs showing up.
You should ask them to make something together for you.
That would be sweet.
Because you guys get together and I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, they charge you 5 times the amount?
Yeah. Here's $25. You guys split that amongst yourselves.
I supported you. Come join my Patreon.
But yeah. I need another Patreon for August. So.
You should have been scouting at the fair.
Okay, here's the
thing.
thing.
Had a booth. Why didn't you just get a booth?
Bro. First off, this brain of mine has been thinking.
Dangerous.
I had to like vent the other day where you kind of like, hey, don't bring yourself out. Once I vented, I felt good again. Been doing new things on editing, all that. It's helped too. But what I'm telling you is this. I thought about getting the booth. What if I get some stickers together? What if I get some koozies together, get some gear together, hand that out? But then I'm just confined to that like 8x8 square. What if I was a walking booth? Because you don't see those King County Fair officials walking around like, hey, are you selling stuff? No, I just got my backpack like I'm a regular guy. Here's a t-shirt. Here's some koozies. I go to them.
I think you got a recording Billy on the Street style at the fair.
Yes.
Just walk around, start talking to people, record it.
That is where it's at.
You would draw people in. There's still time. Well, not as we release this, but right now there's still time.
Right. Especially if I go again tonight, which I will.
Get more scones.
I'm going to get, dude, I need my wife to come home so I can get some more money. I do. I'm out. I spent way too much.
Like, I really want an elephant ear, but don't want to have to go there just for that.
Yeah?
Just, can I get in the fair for free so I can buy one elephant ear and then leave, please?
I'm just here for dinner.
I'm just here for the elephant ear.
I got a free ticket if you want to go with me after this.
Just for an elephant ear?
I mean, I got a free ticket if you want to get
But I
in.
won't want to stay there. I just want to eat the ear and leave.
Okay, fine. No.
Oh, once you're there, you'll be hooked.
Oh, I doubt that.
All those games that you can't win.
Oh, don't start.
Dude,
don't start talking shit about games.
So, you guys know who Wes Brune is? Mm-hmm. So, I see Wes Brune carrying around the biggest stuffed pig I've ever seen in my life. Massive. It was about the size of my yellow car out there. It's huge. And like it's on his shoulders. It's like literally he's dragging this thing. Well, I was talking to him like, how the heck did you get that? He goes, he was throwing that ball to knock over the 3 milk.
Yep.
So he went up to them. He said, hey, if I knock these 3 over, like, what do I get? And they're like, anything here. It's yours. He paid his $5. Boom. He goes, I hit that thing so hard, it blew apart and knocked over the ones next to it. Like, and so he picked that pig. It was the only pig. And they were so mad because they're like, oh, come on, that's our last pig. Like, that's our last one. Because that was the one that brought people in when they saw this just massive thing you could win.
That was our grand prize.
He took it and he's like, no, I want it. They're like, come on, no, seriously, get some, how about something else? I think they were trying to give him 2 of like a smaller thing, like half the size, but he'll get 2 of those. He's like, no, I want the pig.
That'll teach you a lesson to say anything. That's on them.
On the first day of the fair.
Yeah. And you only brought 1 pig? To a fair?
That's our last. I'm so funny. It was like, that's our last pig. Like,
how many times are you saying take anything to people on the first day?
Yeah.
That's their own fault.
That's their own fault.
Yep.
You walk in the Enum class, what you get. Anyway. All right. Any shout outs before we get Lee on here?
I'll do a shout out to Andy. Look at this shirt.
Ooh, Mazatlan Restaurants.
Wearing the shirt, supporting.
You going to walk in and get that for free?
This?
Yeah.
Oh, this I had to pay for this.
No, I mean, not that, but like a food. Like, hey, sit down. Like,
oh, if the shirt does that, yeah, absolutely.
Does it give you a little something?
I have no idea. Been a long time since we all wore them in there.
It'd be great is if they gave you like a
free chips and drink.
No, yeah, no, like a cardboard with an arrow, and then you're just out in front, just spinning the arrow, come into Mazatlan. Just see Craig out there.
That would drive people away.
Or would it?
Or would it? Corey?
I got a call out.
Ooh.
Mariano Rivera is supposed to be a secret producer. I haven't been getting anything.
Nothing from him.
Nothing. Where's all these things we're supposed to be talking about, Mariano?
Let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Shout out for me is Nick Tanner. Nick hit me up while I was at the fair. Rookie mistake because I'm enjoying my time, but also kind of pumped me up to what I could read to something later. But people should know if they follow me. I'm at the fair, man. I mean business. I don't talk pod.
Fair is life.
Yeah. But that's okay, Nick. I forgive you. He said he's got a gig coming up September 16th. He wants to bring him and his band in to do a recording where we can talk about how they got involved, where are they going to be playing, who are they? So they get to meet the band kind of a thing. So I'm excited about that. We're going to set that up sometime. I told him sometime in August. I'm going to be, July's busy. But so we're going to have Nick on there soon.
Nice.
Do you want to be a part of that?
Absolutely.
All right. You're there. Corey?
I'm in.
Okay. So we could make it a garage band night.
Ooh. It's a good play right there.
That's a great
That
play.
is a good-
There you go. Smooth.
Did you just think of that on the fly?
Just right now.
That was amazing.
Garage band night.
You were made for this.
just making names, man. making names. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Send us any story that you have of maybe catching someone or getting caught. Also, if you want to get kind of deep with Corey, if you got some existential question that you want to ask the guru, the Corey guru, or if you just want to just ask Craig to say anything as an intro,
He'll do it.
he'll do it. You got to pay. You got to be a Patreon that he'll do it for you. He'll. Hi, I'm Craig, and you need to go down to Sunset Chevrolet. And he'll say it in Klingon.
Because that'll help drive people your way.
Prices are out of this world. All right, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us for Garage Night. And next week, you'll be hearing from one of our number one fans, Lee. How do you say last name?
Sinkovic.
There we go. Look him up on Facebook. Stalk him.
Sika out.
Goodbye.